Is AI going to take your creative job? This is a straight talk kind of a video that I think is going to be important. I just downloaded or accessed, not downloaded, but accessed Operator. I've been thinking about it for the last couple of weeks after it was launched, and eventually I decided to do so. And I have some thoughts on that in a few moments. But the thing is, I still stand by, it's not so much AI taking your job, is that it will be people who know how to use AI that will take your job. And we're going to have AI directors, creative AI directors in our world, people who know how to use the tools. Now, sometimes they'll need to pull out a digital camera and create images themselves. Sometimes they will create video themselves. Sometimes they'll use a drone for specific things. But it's about knowing the tools because you have the vision. The day-to-day stuff is going to go away. It's going to be very simple. You're going to have your agent do the daily work, which has been pretty cool, by the way, since I've downloaded Operator. Think of an AI with access to the web. I call my new agent, Agent Otto. And Agent Otto has an email, a Gmail, and it has access to its own drive. Think of what you can do with just that. Say, hey, Agent Otto, go to the drive and pull this script and send it to this person. Or I have it connected to my YouTube channel. This YouTube channel, the manager is an AI that can go in, which I asked this morning, to look at our last 3 videos and give us some information about them. You know, how well did they do? What are the statistics? And email both Brian and I. And it did just that. I've had it connect to report systems. We do SEO here. And I had it go into my rank tracking system, download a very specific report for a specific client, and analyze it and send the information. Emailed it because, again, it has Gmail. Now, it does ask permissions along the way. And sometimes it does go in loops and takes a while to figure things out. I had it go to leonardoai.com because I have it connected to WordPress. So it can write a blog post, but I had it create an image that's relevant over at Leonardo. And it had some issues there, but it worked. And it downloaded the image and resized it, by the way, because I asked it to. So what I'm doing is understanding where the stumbling blocks are in the process. And then I create a kind of a prompt list, step 1, step 2, step 3. And I have that in my own Excel. And what I do is I just pull those steps out, and I'll add steps when I find blocks to make it easier for it. Or if I know it's going to ask certain questions, I will give it the answer before it asks. And so sometimes things that start off with tasks that start off with, say, 5 steps are now 9, 10 steps because you have to go through the process. And again, for important things, it will ask approvals along the way. So is it getting rid of all of my work? No, I kind of got to be there right now, but these are going to get better. I have to be there, meaning it's going to ask for an approval at some point, so I have to keep checking in. So it'll pause along the way, and it won't send emails without me being there, although it's its own account. So one of the things I recommend is to give it its own account, though, like its own Gmail, its own access to a specific. Don't give your login credentials. That way, you can limit some of the access to situations that could be harmful, for example. There's a lot going on here, and a lot more is going to happen. We've said this all along in 2025. It's going to be the year of the agents, and by the second half of this year, more and more of this is going to be available to everyone. You won't have to pay what I'm paying to use an agent like this. And there are some free agents out there already. Maybe it's worth your time. But again, it's also more important, out of all that's happening, to understand your core vision your specialty vision, and don't worry about all of the tools. Worry about the tools, the AI tools and non-AI tools that help you create the vision that you're best at. There are some people who really have a good ear for music. There are some have a good eye for imagery and understanding of lighting. And there are people who are really good at telling a story. And sometimes that's understanding a good story in the written word or visual word. There are a lot of ways to go about this. But ultimately, we're going to be creative AI directors. And we're going to have to know the tools to create that vision. And those are the people that are going to win the day in the end. And hopefully it's going to create new opportunities because there's going to be more ways to create a vision. You're going to hire somebody who's very good at this or very good at that and understands how to work with the AI, knows what to say to the AI. Because believe me, there are a lot of times the AIs go awry. And I don't think that's ever going to end totally because we're humans trying to communicate. And we don't always communicate well, even to AIs. And so it's the people who can communicate well to the AIs and know how to work with them and know the specialty tools that are being developed. There are many, many different types of AIs that are being developed. There's going to be big AIs that are kind of universal, and there's going to be specialty AIs that do very specialized things. And it's going to be important for you to know which ones you need, when to use them, when to be online, when to go offline, and what is needed to create your vision. That's going to be my theme all year. This is straight talk. You need to understand that this is all going on. It's getting more and more amazing by the day. Make sure you subscribe to this channel for the updates. Make sure you check in on the podcast every Monday where Brian and I, we're two creative guys talking AI.